Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19. In the process of revision of the chapter 1, the India size and location, we'll discuss some more topic in this module student today. So let us begin. India and the world. So we'll discuss today about the India and the world, the different strategic location and its importance. Like the Indian landmass has central location between the East and the West Asia. If you see the world map, the location of this India is looking as a central position in the world. And whatever these dotted lines are shown here by the blue color, these are the sea routes. India is a southward extension of Asian continent. So if you see the Asian continent, it is the southward extension means it is lying in the south of this continent. The trans-Indian Ocean routes, which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia, provide a strategic central location to India. By these sea routes, you can see and understand how this India, our country, is very well connected with the European countries and the Asian countries in the eastern side and European country in the western side by these sea routes, and it is looking that it is centrally located on these sea routes. Note that the Deccan Peninsula protrudes into Indian Ocean and thus helping India to establish a close contact with Asia, Africa and Europe from western coast. So from this western coast there is a good connectivity with these different European countries, the African countries, the Gulf countries. That now with the southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. So southeast means these different countries and the Asian countries. Three these sea routes. It is very well connected. No other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean. If you see the Indian Ocean, so none other than this India having this type of long coastline, because of which the Indian Ocean, as India has an indeed, it is India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean which justifies the naming of an ocean after it. So because of this longest coastline in Indian Ocean, the name of this ocean is after India. India's contact with the world have continued through ages, but here relationships through the land routes are much older than the maritime contacts. The various passes across the mountains in the Himalayan mountains in the north have provided passes to the ancient travelers, while the oceans restricted such interaction with long time. As earlier the people were not having this idea about the ocean and the different part of the worlds connected through the ocean. So that time the people were moving on land only through land routes only. So that way for a long time the interaction was there done through the land routes. These routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. So land routes are used even earlier than means from more earlier times than the sea routes in since ancient time. The ideas of Upanishads and Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, the Indian numerals, and the decimal system thus could reach to many parts of the world. The spices, muslin, and other mercantile were taken from India to different countries. So here one image of muslin you can see ki how this is a very fine part means fine fiber material of cotton are used to make this muslin. On the other hand, the insufficient influence of Greek, on the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and architectural style of dome and minarets from West Asia can be seen in different part of our country. So all these sculpture we can see in our country and these have come from the different part of the world. So by these different information you could understand ki how the Indian relation was there with the other part of the world as the information from our Upanishads, Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra reached to the different other part of the world and the Indian numeral system. India was having a trade relation with this muslin and its spices. Then after some other countries, art and architectural design came to India in these different forms. So that are showing that India was having a good trade relations with the different part of the world. Thank you, student. This was all about for today's topics. So we'll meet in the next module with some other topics. Till then, bye, students.